I just can't let
Hey
you
Virgos, welcome back. I'm going to take a look at your week ahead, March 10th through the 16th, 2025. So if you're new, please smash the like button and subscribe. Personal reading link is in the description box below this video. So we're going to look at Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, and see what messages show up here for you guys. I hope you all had a great weekend. All right, let's get your messages. Okay, starting with fire sign. Boy, fire sign, very significant lately. You've got divorce or a breakup, moving on. Some of you could be leaving or moving on from a fire sign this week. You also have vacation. And they said one more. Yep, Mercury retrograde. That starts on the 14th or the 15th. And we're in the pre-shadow phase, so, big stuff with that Mercury retrograde. A lot of things coming to light. There's a lot of, looking back on things, rehashing the past. Could be some past energies returning, starting up. So let's take a look more specifically and see what significance a fire sign holds for you this week. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay, Two of Wands, making some kind of a decision. You're at a crossroads this week with a fire sign or regarding a fire sign, or they are with you. Okay, this could also be something to do with waiting, waiting to make a decision, or kind of taking a pause. Somebody's taking a pause to make a decision or a choice. Could have something to do with travel plans as well this week. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. Somebody's waiting to hear back from a fire sign, or a fire sign's waiting to hear from you, or waiting for a letter or a response or a reply about, what are you doing? What's the answer? What's the decision? Okay, let's take a look here. And it's like coming in slow. It's coming in slow. It's not, a decision has not been made quite yet. And this week is maybe, I don't feel like it's a delay. It's just trying to figure out which is the best choice or the best path. Okay, so I feel like somebody here is going to need to be patient. Now, like I said, you could be making a decision, or a fire sign could be having to make a decision. Okay, and it feels like it has something to do with a new love start, a baby, a relationship, a proposal, or a marriage. So you could be receiving a proposal, or you could be offering one. And, usually it's like, hey, will you marry me? Yes or no? You got to kind of answer right there. You don't want to leave someone on their knee or you don't want to be on your knee. But somebody's like, I'll let you know. That's what I feel like is going on here. So yeah, something's definitely coming in, or has come in, and there's a waiting to hear about it. Okay. Now there's also divorce, or someone experiencing a breakup this week. Okay, the Chariot. Somebody's taking action here, ending something, making a change. King of Wands. Ooh. Another fire sign, masculine or feminine, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This could play in together, You could be waiting for someone to get a divorce or end a relationship, or they could be waiting for you. And perhaps something gets put out, is it final? So there's a little, there could be a connection here. Let's take a look. Some of you, it's just like going through a divorce, and it's like you're going to get the car. Or somebody's going to get the car. I'm hearing that. 9 of Cups. Wow. Oh, gosh, that's happiness. I feel like if you're waiting for someone to be done with a relationship, it feels like it's going to happen this week. You may hear back from somebody this week that relationship's over, the divorce is final, we're broken up, we can move forward now. Or it could be you, okay? So listen, it's joy. Nine of Cups is a wish coming true this week. So there's some kind of a wish, something that you want is going to come true, or you and another person want. Now you also have move on. Someone is unavailable, a waste of time. Something's over. A lot. Boy, this is heavy energy in regards to this. The World, new beginnings, completing a goal or a lesson. Something's ending, and there's movement forward. But closing the chapter and having a new start here. Four of Cups. Somebody's moving on because they feel like another person is kind of indifferent or emotionally unavailable. That's the Four of Cups. Someone who's apathetic, maybe even emotionally avoidant. Wow, Virgo. These cards are just kind of rolling together here. Somebody's making a decision this week, like, I got to move on. There's nothing here. Could be something to do with a King of Cups, masculine or feminine, water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. It's like, it's not happening. There's nothing there. There's no emotional connection, or it's just not, there's no capability. It's just not happening. All right, so something's ending and something new is beginning. You also have vacation. So there's something here about you traveling soon. Okay, so when I'm calling out the fire sign, the water sign, keep in mind, it doesn't have to be their sun. It could be their moon, their rising, or their Venus. In terms of this King of Cups here, so that the fire sign is like action oriented, right? But the King of Cups, there are deep emotions, but they don't. It's a very mature expression, so it's few and far between as far as emotional sharing. All right, let's see. So yeah, you have vacation. You will be traveling soon, Virgo. Five of Wands. May not know where you're headed. But wherever you're going, you might know where you're headed. But wherever you're going, it's to get away from some type of uncertainty or conflict that's in your life. And this might just be a road trip. This might be a plane trip. The star represents healing and renewal of the spirit. So there is some type of, I feel like, trip of some sort or traveling, okay, where there's to get inner clarity in regard to that Five of Wands, these challenges or these obstacles or uncertainty that's in your life. Sometimes it's just needing to get away, to be able to reframe, to be in a new setting, to get a new view of things, or just to refresh or get a little reprieve or some peace. Yeah, there's Temperance to kind of bring things back into balance. So this is actually, could be, well, it says you will be traveling soon. So I don't feel like it's going to be this week. But there might be plans being made in regards to traveling. Okay, Virgo. And yes, that's what I feel like the Temperance card is saying here. There's a lot of disruptive energy or a sense of feeling like not knowing which way is up. A little disorientation may be happening in some area of your life, your career. It could be your emotions, your relationships, and just needing some kind of a break. So that Temperance, even if it's advice, this is kind of reeling things in for yourself. This is seeking and trying to find balance and harmony in relation to some type of vacation. Like I said, it could just be planning for a weekend getaway. Could be a whole week. It could be maybe you're traveling abroad and staying for the whole time the visa allows. But this is, or someone, or connecting with someone who's maybe coming to visit you as well. Okay, so it's a beautiful energy. And I feel like a lot of this pre-shadow energy, like I said last week, is happening this week. Mercury retrograde is bringing things up. You know, there's electronic issues, communication issues. It's a time of reviewing everything, and stuff is going to start popping up now. So the retrograde happens this weekend. So stuff is going to start popping up now for you. Things that you might need to look over, maybe that's part of this. I need to get away to reframe things. The 10 of Cups. So a lot of this retrograde energy is going to pop up in terms of your family, your love relationships, your contentment in life, where your support is and where it isn't. A lot of it's going to have to do with where you need to put boundaries to keep and maintain them, and where you need to be more persistent with those boundaries. Are you happy? Do you want to be in a happily ever after situation, or are you content just being on your own? Like, what's your situation here? The Tower. Yeah, look at this. This feels like rebuilding. This is what this feels like to me with the Tower. You know, all these things that have occurred in your life up until this point. The Mercury retrograde is calling for you to get out into that garden and dig up these old plants and these old roots and start planting new seeds. It's like a fresh new beginning. You know, after the Tower, it's difficult. Things kind of just come up out of all of a sudden with the Mercury retrograde. It's not the easiest thing. It's not often wanted, but after the Tower energy, it's even striking the ego too. But after the Tower energy, you know, where there may have been a fear of change, it looks like you're seeking more security in your life. And that's what you're going after, like in all areas of your life. You also have the High Priestess, beautiful. So there's a lot of insight. Your intuition opens up here, Virgo. And you start learning to trust yourself, not second guess yourself. Oh, especially when it comes to deceit. Okay, so you know what? I've just noticed, like, everything is over to the left. What's going on over here? So I feel like you need to start trusting yourself about the Seven of Swords. People who run away, you need to start seeing that people make decisions based on their own choices. It's never anything to do with you. And I feel like there might be something that comes up here, like this realization that I'm hearing it's not your fault. You didn't make you can't make anyone stay and you can't make them leave, right? Everybody has agency. But there's something here in regards to a situation that's affecting you very negatively. Okay, and that Seven of Swords is kind of something to do with betrayal, dishonesty, or someone who's emotionally unavailable, or they just run away. And you need to, I feel like Spirit's trying to tell you to take a look at that, like go within and get some insight and clarity in regards to, I'm hearing something about not blaming yourself for why people make the decisions that they make, you know? Even if they decide, it doesn't, so people could have their reasons for why they do things, okay? They could have their whys. But the choices that they make are their own choices, and you can't change that, okay? So if you've got like a family member who's stealing money from you or something like that, you could sit with the why they're stealing all you want and be like, okay, well, they had a certain kind of upbringing, or if it's a family member and you feel like you're to blame and things like that. Well, figuring out the why is good in the sense where you can look at yourself and self-reflect and make changes in that way, but their decision to continuously do it has nothing to do with you. That's their trauma. I don't know what that relates to, but I feel like you need to not take responsibility for other people's actions. That's what I'm hearing. So you can dive deep into that during the retrograde. That's all on you. I just feel like that's something. Yeah, I was going to say some kind of relation to maybe your kids or siblings or something in the past. You need to review some past energy, which will come up, okay? Maybe one of your parents let your favorite dog get loose and never went out to look for the dog. And you blame yourself for that. Where that wasn't your fault. If you were a child, that was the parent, or maybe the parent blamed you. Maybe the dog got away and they never went and looked for the dog. Dog ran away. And yeah, I don't know. That's just coming up out of nowhere. I don't know exactly whose story that is. Just a lot of like past, even childhood stuff coming up where it's time to review. Okay, it's just taking an inventory. That's what I'm hearing. All right, let me get a couple more messages for the Mercury retrograde. Okay, some review about a King of Swords will be playing up here. There could be a King of Swords, air sign, poking their little head back up from the past. And the Nine of Swords. You also need to take a look at your anxiety, or if you have an anxious attachment or a fearful... If you have fearful, like your attachment insecurity, you need to take a look at that also, I'm hearing. Could have something to do with an air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. All right, so a lot of stuff. Lord loves those. We love those Mercury retrogrades, don't we? Oh, yes. Let's see what your love messages are here for this week. Okay, passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy this week, Virgo. This feels mostly like whatever your passions are, to really get into them. I feel like your passions are going to help balance out any kind of rough energy, because your passions, getting involved in your passions, are a type of meditation. They're healing for you. And I'm also hearing something about a singer. Someone is a singer or loves to sing. Okay, getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Okay. And very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Anything else for Virgo? Okay, some of you releasing this ex. There's some energy about releasing an ex this week. Maybe getting to know someone else in a heart-to-heart conversation. Okay. There's how can I say this? One's leaving and one's returning. That's what I'm hearing. One is leaving and one is returning. There is a love call coming in this week, or a message of love, or someone tells you they're thinking of you. They just want to let you know. Okay, there's also a twin flame. Twin flame is calling. If you don't know who your twin flame is the person who is the complete and polar opposite of you. The yin yang. Also, there's sunglasses. Someone's watching, looking, stalking you this week. Hiding. They not letting themselves known. And then you have teddy bear. Someone's interested in you. Flirting, wants to date you. Blooming romance. Okay, you got it. So Virgo, like, you got some new stuff going on, and you got some past stuff going on, of course, during the retrograde. And it's not just new people and past people, but it's also new beginnings and your past. I don't feel like it's a detrimental, exhausting week. I just feel like things are going to pop up, and you're just going to have to be able to deal with them one thing at a time, is what I'm hearing. Just deal with these things one thing at a time. Pace yourself. Take your time this week with whatever's going on in your life. Yeah, I remember I said stability. You're seeking some type of security in your life. And you also have patience. Yeah, everything will unfold in divine timing. That's good. And forgive yourself, Virgo. You can forgive yourself. If you're not ready to forgive another person, it's fine. Do it when you are ready. Or don't. It's up to you. But forgiveness will help you move forward. That's the message there. All right, let's take a look at your Chinese sign and see who's showing up here. Dragon, rabbit, rat, snake, dog, horse, monkey, and rooster. All right, Virgo. One quick overall message for Virgo for this reading for the week coming up, 10th through the 16th. Okay, we have the 7 of Pentacles. Seeds well planted, efforts or investments that will be rewarded in the future. Remember I was saying you got to rip up those old plants, Virgo, prune those shrubs, and begin planting new plants or prune to have growth. You need to have patience this week. This is a time for resting and planning for the future. Do not dwell on unnecessary worry. Worry is just a cancer to the soul. Worry is, it's just when we don't feel like we can control something, we then tend to worry about it being out of control. The only thing we can control is ourselves. So I heard something today. Some of you might be trying to figure out who you are, which can seem like such a daunting task. Like, oh my God, there's so much to you, right? So I heard Spirit say, just figure out who you are today. If you're trying to figure out what you like, what you want in life, you don't have to think about the next 25, 30 years. Just think about what you want today. What do you need today? That's all you have to worry about. If you're going to worry, because I know you Virgo, you're going to worry. Just think about what you need today, who you are today, what you like today. We're all just here today, right? In this present moment. Practice mindfulness, practice meditation. My personal meditation is plants and flowers and gardening, because I need to have active meditation. I can't just lay on my bed and home. I fall asleep. I will. I can't sit on the floor and just But that's not a bad thing. It's just you have to find what works for you. And when I get into the garden, I'm like, that's my meditation. I like active meditation, because to me it stills my mind, right? And I think that can be a Virgo thing. I think a lot of Virgos find order out of chaos through active energy, you know? I think Virgos could tend to get a little like, ugh. Virgos have very active minds. They're Mercury ruled, right? And so is Gemini. There's always thinking. There's always mental energy. You know, I know Virgos who will just clean and that's their meditation, or they won't use their dishwasher. They'll wash dishes by hand and the sound of the water coming out, and it's very active meditation. So maybe you already do that and you enjoy that, or maybe you're just like trying to figure out of a way to get into a meditative state, and you're like, just are not that person that can just, you know, just sit on the floor for 5 minutes and think of nothing or do nothing or just focus on one thing. Some Virgos just need to have that activity. Some people go to the gym. Some people work out. Some people do yoga and they like that. I don't really care for it. I'd rather go run or swim. That's my thing, right? So it's different for everyone, but find what works for you. And I feel like this week, active meditation is going to be very helpful. Tremendously helpful. All right, Virgo, so let's move towards the end of this reading here. We have Virgo, Scorpio, Leo, and Taurus, significant signs for you this week. All right, you also have September 4th, September 1st, the 3rd, the 8th, the 6th, the 11th, the 14th, the 13th, the 18th, and we also have 333. Okay, so if you see 333, that's a spiritual message for you this week. You might see it a lot, or you might be already seeing that number a lot. You also have 111, 111, another repeating number. Okay, we have 34, 43, 41, 31, 48, 54, let's see. Interesting. Your numbers here. 43343. Okay. I'm hearing, there's giving me, call out last 4 digits. 4348. I'm hearing. August 31st. Okay. All right, Virgo. Let's see what initials show up here for you. Okay. So you have T, X, X, S, H, B, W, and the letter C. Okay. Significant. No vowels. Let's see if we can get a vowel. All right. We have an E and the letter P and also the letter I. Oh, something with Bitcoin this week. And you also, okay, I didn't pull that, so that just flipped out. I must have grabbed it by accident. Let me get a charm. See what your charm is this week. Okay. So the charm for you this week is elephant. And this looks like an elephant from India. Sacred. Sacred and valuable. Sacred elephant. Some kind of connection to a sacred elephant. Now, I don't know much about the sacred elephant. If you are Indian or from India, feel free to leave a comment if there's any, or if you just know about it, what the sacred elephant means in terms of spiritual practices. But there's some type of connection here. Maybe you already have a connection to it, or it's just something that comes over you. I'm also hearing somebody's attending a parade this week or this weekend. Some type of a parade. There's also, I'm getting the name Lucy connected to this elephant. All right, Virgo, so I'm going to leave that there. I hope that that gave you a little insight and gives you some preparation for the week ahead. And I will see you guys all back here tomorrow. All right, take care.